What's going on, guys? It's your boy Echo, and today I'm bringing you something different than I typically do on the channel. I'm gonna be telling you guys about a new game that's coming out. It's a strategy-based game, much like other content that we have here on the channel, and I figured that it was something that you would like to see. Now, this is sponsored by the makers of Empire Arise Expedition. It's worth telling you guys this right now, right in the beginning of the video, that they have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. Both are going to be linked down below. If you're interested in what this game is all about, if you like strategy games, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the Facebook page so you can keep up with any updates, trailers, and stuff like that that they bring to you as we wait for the game to release. Alright guys, so you're probably wondering, what is this game? What you're looking at in the background is some very early gameplay footage. We also have a trailer that we're going to be looking at today in this video, but it's a strategy mobile game with movie picture quality, with more than 10,000 units that you're able to really see, and they're clearly displayed on the screen when you're playing. And they tell us that this is a reincarnation of experienced Empire Lord. And you'll enjoy yourself building fortresses, recruiting stuff. You know, you're building your soldiers, you're building up your ally layouts, and you know, you're gonna build your fortress, which is something that we do in a lot of these types of strategy games, and something that I personally love doing. When I played Rise of Kingdoms, when I played Clash of Clans, I love building up my base, my fortress, and this is gonna have that same kind of feel, just in their own kind of way, so that you can basically take over the world and hold all the glory. So what this game does is really brings light to the battle that millions of people had dealt with. And again, we're doing this on a mobile game, so it's really impressive how they can get so many people, so many things battling on your mobile device. And this is all taking us back to the ancient battlefields, to all these battles that took place in the past. Now, I talked about how many different units there were. We talked about 10,000 units, and this is insane, but you're able to control each and every unit individually. So you're not just grabbing this bunch over here and moving them here, and grabbing this bunch and moving them there and all this. You could actually control individual troop, kind of like a chess match, which is interesting. When you have so many troops on the field and you could control them individually, I mean, that's like strategy at its finest. This could be a very in-depth game. The game uses an AI individual behavior system that allows you to change the marching routes as you guys are marching around and going through those battles. And you're also able to use tactics such as backwinding, and honestly, I don't even know what backwinding is, but I will soon when I play the game. You could do some breaking of defenses, anti-surrounding. You can control your own heroes in a comfortable way, cooperating with skill combinations, and you could join the front line, planning the optimal tactics for your battles so you can have, well, I mean, when you do that, you kind of take ownership of the battles. It's not where you just hit the button and the battle happens. You could actually create the battle that you have with your foes, taking it in your own hands. Guys, the battle is yours. So we have thousands of troops. We can control them individually, but did you know that this is gonna have 4K rendering technology, which means this game should be gorgeous. The effects should be incredible. Plus, with a fusion of multiple ancient instruments, such as a battling ram, you're going to be able to really kind of reenact things that have happened in the past, but again, in your own way that you customize because you're in charge of the battle. So when you're planning your strategy, when you're planning your defense, when you're planning your attack, there's a lot of factors that you have to bring into consideration, like the distance between you and your foes, the type of armor you're using, the abilities that you have on your attack, and the abilities that you have in your defense, your HP, your morale, things like that. You kind of have to see what your team has and how you could take advantage of what your opponent doesn't have. You know, you could do side attacks, rounding, you could do ambush, or, you know, straight up attack them. And you're able to do all of that because you're able to know all of this information inside of the game. Inside of Empire Arise Expedition, you can choose between 8 different civilizations to play as. Each of these civilizations are going to give us different characters that we can play as, so you can really choose depending on your preference, plus some of the capabilities, which I'm going to get into right now. Rome is one of the civilizations that you can choose. It's the first on our list today, and of course we're going to have Caesar leading the way if you happen to choose that civilization. Now I have all the details of these characters and these civilizations right here in front of me, and it's important that I share that with you guys. So they're letting me know that we integrate historical characteristics of Caesar, so they're actually taking history into play, such as being good at using troops and paying attention to agricultural development into the game and highlighting the advantages of improving troops and accelerating production. So accelerating production is kind of a big deal. You're going to be able to get more resources more quickly. He is a hero, Caesar that is, that has both attack and defense advantages. So you may want to check out Rome. The Spartan civilization is the next up, where you're going to be introduced to Leonidas. He was a capable fighter, adept at fighting fewer battles than more. You can't sleep on Leonidas because you will pay the price, but each of these heroes, they have a weak point as well, and for Leonidas, his weak point is domestic economy. So you need to pay attention to a well-balanced team when you're choosing and playing the game at whatever civilization you choose. Alexander is the iconic figure of the Macedonian civilization, which is number 3. Alexander is one of those offensive heroes who's really important about taking into battle. He's great at leading those armies, and if you're into fighting like that, he may be your choice. Hattori Hanzo is one of the heroes that we can expect to see from the Yamato civilization. His strong point is guerrilla breakthroughs, that guerrilla warfare and gaining intelligence after they break through on the battlefield. Joan of Arc comes to town in the form of the Gaul civilization. We're gonna finally getting a female hero inside of this game. Now, Joan of Arc is really quick and great at that frontal assault when she's in battle. She's definitely going to be one of your offensive heroes, and you know, who doesn't love a little Joan of Arc? King Arthur, we all know the name King Arthur. Well, he's part of the ancient Britain civilization. King Arthur is great at using troops, advancing through those tough times, advancing through adversity. He's one of the heroes that you're going to see has an intense counterattack, one that you're going to look at as a threat. King Shi Huang is who we're going to get in the Chinese civilization. This self-proclaimed emperor was really good at consolidating city defenses and advancing military ranks so that he could have one of those strongest armies that, you know, he made his own name up. He made himself emperor, so he's just trying to continue building on his own thought. Hang is a hero that's good for those new players, but you could also advance and use long-term as well. So those are 8 of our civilizations. Which one are you going to choose to play? And I mentioned it a moment ago, but one of the coolest things is that you have real-time ability to manipulate your army to do exactly what you want them to do. You don't get stuck when you set them out for a battle and then you can't change what happens or even interact with that engagement or that battle. You're able to really customize what they do. Now, also inside of the game, there are hero skills, and there are all different hero skills that you're able to use to combine to figure out, again, the strategy, because we're talking about a strategy game here, to be more profitable, to be more effective in the wars that you're going to be engaging in. Find the heroes that have the abilities and have the skills that work for the situation, level all that stuff up, and then be able to dominate because you have outsmarted, you've outwitted your opponents with your hero skills. Now, this is not a local game. This game is worldly, and you could be in alliances with players from all around the world. And something that's great about this strategy game, as well as some others, are you're able to engage with people that are not near you. I myself am in the United States, and I could be engaging and playing with people from the other end of the world. Not only is that a great thing about gaming in general, but this game right here really harnesses that, and a lot of strategy games do a nice job of bringing the world together as a team, as an alliance with people from around the world. Now, you're gonna be able to cooperate with your allies to take down your opponents, to work together. The more you work and the more you build and the more strength you gain with your alliance, the better your chances are gonna be to be successful inside of the game, to dominate all your opponents, and to come out on top. Now, you guys are probably like, Echo, what was the name of that game again? And it's Empire Arise Expedition. And if you want news and stuff on it, the Facebook page is a really good place to go because they can easily put those updates on there when they are looking to update us on what's going on with the game. Maybe some new features, maybe some new artwork, some new characters, some new gameplay that they want to share. That's a great place to get it, in addition to the YouTube. So go follow them on Facebook. Using the AR projection, you're able to really determine what your battlefields look like, and you can really enjoy the atmospheres that this game has to offer, because sometimes you may just want to be hanging out on the beach and doing everything on that type of scene, and you have the ability to change that and customize it for your liking. Empire Arise Expedition is going to give you the ability to really experience the cruelty, the determination that you need to be successful in these wars. It can be brutal, and you will feel it inside of this strategy game. It's one that you definitely need to keep an eye out for. Again, the Facebook page and the YouTube channel are the best places to keep in touch. But guys, thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you made it this far, hashtag made it down below. Let me know if you have any interest in playing this game. I will be looking at the comments and seeing who may be joining me on the battlefield when the game does release. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you back here later on today with another video. Till then, be good.